Classic Kitchen, I'm going to be doing my version of buttermilk pancakes without the buttermilk. Come on in. And for this, you're going to be needing about 2 cups of milk, your preference of milk, and then vinegar, white vinegar, also baking powder, baking soda, some sugar, flour, ground cinnamon, and vanilla, also 2 eggs. And to that, I'll show you why I have the vinegar here. This is the without buttermilk that I was talking about. Now, when I told you that I didn't use buttermilk, but what I use is vinegar instead to my milk, and I'm gonna take about a tablespoon and a half, and what it does is it gives it that buttermilk flavor, because I know buttermilk is expensive and not a lot of times you use it, you know, after the one time that you need it. So I've been doing this, I really like it, and I hope you do too. And then you're gonna wait for it to set a little bit. See how it's curdling like buttermilk is at the top? And you're just gonna wait about a minute or 2. And I'll show you that when I come back. See, now this is how it's gonna look. And it's been about a minute, not very long. It doesn't take very long for it to get like this. But that's gonna give you that sour taste that buttermilk does. And I'm gonna use my blender. I always use my blender for my pancakes. And it's very easy. It whips up real fast, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, I'm gonna add this buttermilk to my blender, and you're gonna wanna put all of your wet ingredients on the bottom, which I'm putting my buttermilk and my eggs, my 2 eggs. And you just let them be in there. Now I gotta wash my hands. Now that I've washed my hands, I'm gonna go ahead and add my baking powder, which I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of baking powder. And to that, I'm gonna take a half a teaspoon of baking soda. And now my cinnamon. And what I'm gonna do with my cinnamon is just dash it in. You don't have to be difficult. Just go ahead and place it in. And a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm also going to take 1/4 of a cup of sugar to that. And last, I'm going to add my flour in, which you're going to add 3 cups of flour to this mixture. Now I'm going to add my salt to that, which is going to be about 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt. Sorry, like I said before, I'm not a big measurer. This is actually a lot of measurements that you're getting. But once you have all of your items in here, you're gonna place your lid on your blender. And what you're gonna do is just pulse it. You don't wanna pulse it too much because you don't wanna take all of that rising agents out of it. So you're just gonna give it a quick pulse until combined. I'm gonna give it like 2 pulses, and then I'm gonna open it. And then I'm gonna just take the ends where your ingredients are stuck to on the side. You're just gonna kind of scrape the ends of it like that, and then just give it about a couple more pulses and you should be good. Okay. We should be good, which we are. And your batter is going to want to look like this. Consistency, kind of not too runny, and not too thick. But if you feel that it's too thick for you, go ahead and just add a little bit of water to it. It won't do anything to your batter. But the importance of this recipe, which I have to tell you is very important that you do this, is you have to make sure that your milk is warm and your eggs are room temperature and warm. And a little trick that I have for my eggs to get them warm if they're in the refrigerator and they're cold, I just take tap water and I put them under warm water and just set them under there until the temperature changes a little bit on them. And it's just very easy. So now that our batter is ready, we're gonna go ahead and make those pancakes over here. Come on. Now, while I was making my batter, I had a preheated griddle over here. I have a cast iron one, but you can use whatever you have. And I kind of have it on a medium low flame because those get really hot. But if you're using it in a pan, it'll probably be like a medium heat. You can do whatever you have, a pan, a griddle, just whatever. And I'm gonna go ahead and pour these onto the griddle. Just like that. Get all that yummy goodness off of there. And then what you're gonna wanna see is, you're gonna wanna see the bubbles on the end of your pancake to make sure when you flip it, you're gonna wanna see all the bubbles. And it's gonna take about 1 to 2 minutes for that to come about. But like I said, you can just sit here and wait for it. The only time consuming part would be actually waiting for the pancakes to cook. So, but they'll be worth it. Now they should be ready to flip. If you notice, see how the bubbles are about? When you take it like that, you're gonna wanna take it when you see all the bubbles and flip it. See how pretty that is? Normally the first one comes about like that, but they'll get more brown as you go, or the temperature changes, but they'll be yummy. So we'll see you when we get back and I make all of these pancakes for you. Okay, now I'm done with my pancakes. If you notice, look how fluffy they are. I mean, those are fluffy, spongy. You really gotta try this recipe. And then you put it with butter. After I cooked them, I just buttered them a little bit. And now you just pour it with your maple syrup. Or whatever you want. You could top it with fruit or however you eat them, like I said. But look at that. That yummy goodness right there. Isn't that great right there? So I'm gonna try it. Hold on a second. It's really good. And there you have it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more of these recipes to Loreley's Classic Kitchen. I'll see you soon.